everyone. My name is George Covington, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what you need in an astronaut. So, did you know that it takes 6 months to train an astronaut? And it's for good reason. That 6 month time period is only for trips to the ISS, International Space Station, which is they're astronauts, but I mean they still are within Earth's magnetosphere. So they don't face exactly all the challenges associated with deeper space flight. Um, this is without regard to flying to Mars or even the moon or an asteroid or anything like that. This is just getting to the ISS, which is in low Earth orbit. Um, these people obviously have to be leaders in their field. You don't want to spend $50 million training someone who got their PhD yesterday. These are all top-notch, top of their field experts. You want to send up scientists and engineers and someone, a medical person, and a pilot. But the training doesn't differ that much. You obviously need someone who's physically fit. When experiencing zero G or micro G in low Earth orbit, it's effectively zero gravity. But you get hypostatic intolerance when returning to normal gravity. So it makes you pass out upon standing. You have other cardiovascular disruptions and deconditioning from your body not having to fight gravity to pump blood around your system. Your bones and muscles atrophy, especially in your core muscles. All this was really dangerous and actually makes returning from space flight just as, not just as dangerous, but potentially as dangerous as the mission itself. So clearly someone's physically fit. You're going to want someone who is psychologically resilient because, at least on the ISS, you experience a sunrise every 90 minutes. You're in a loud, noisy area. So you have to contend with things like disruptions to your circadian rhythm. So just being awake when you shouldn't be awake, trying to sleep when it's sunlight in your face or just light in general, having to sleep around a lot of loud machinery, just difficulty sleeping and being well rested. Not to mention other things like space sickness, which is the causes are kind of unknown, but a lot of people are just extremely motion sick and disoriented, and these effects kind of wear off after 3 days or so, but some people experience the whole time while they're flying. So you definitely need someone who is psychologically resilient and able to fight through these challenges. And lastly, you're going to want to find people who are socially stable. And this kind of comes with mission planning as well. But we're not talking about mission planning, we're talking about who we want. We want compatible people, people who can learn to get along with other people in a small space for an extended period of time. There was a story in Antarctica, and unless I'm mistaken, I believe they were Russian, and they do studies like this, just with people in extended isolation with each other. Um, so what happened was one, well, two men, I believe early 50s, late 50s, something like that. They were isolated together in an Arctic winter, or an Antarctic winter, I should say. And one man just kind of lost it and stabbed the other man for ruining the endings of books out of spite. And I mean, it's kind of funny, but obviously, um, you can't lose your mind like that in social situations. So to recap, you want someone who is physically tough, an expert in their field, mentally tough, and well well adapted socially to man your aircraft or spacecraft. So my name is George, and that's what I have this week. Um, you all enjoy the Super Bowl.